Hi viewers, welcome to AfroClick TV, and as you know, this is your girl, Mamia. We're going to talk about investments. It's something that you hear always. People talk about investments. Maybe you're also thinking of investing and you have little or no idea as to how to go about it. It is very important for us to secure our future. Let's not spend it all, let's think about it. And to help us understand investment, I have with me a brother. In my head, I call him Mr. Investor. I cannot speak with him and he won't bring up investment. So help me welcome Brother Richmond Martins.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So for the sake of our audience, can you please tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Richmond Martins. I'm a Nigerian. I have lived I'm still living in Austria for the past almost 34 years. I grew up in Lagos and Nigeria, studied abroad, studied in the US, and I'm here. And I'm working and at the same time investing.
And guys, please, he's off the market. Please.
Yes, I'm a married man.
He's off the market. Let me say that for my sister.
I have a wonderful wife and adorable daughters that just take my head off. But, wonderful.
Okay, so Brother Martins, what is investment?
Well, like you said it, as the word sounds, investment is basically just investing in you, adding value to yourself. Many people always think investment is, monetary and so on, but not always. Investment could be you investing education-wise in yourself. It's also for you investing financially in yourself. As regards to this meeting, is more on the financial side.
Yep. So our investment today, we are going to concentrate more on the financial aspect of investing. So that why do we have to invest?
Honestly, we live in a world right now that is bizarre. The financial institute has been crashing for a while. Many people are finding it very difficult to live, to have a decent quality living. And this is where investment comes in, when it's done on time, at the right time for that person. So investment is very, very important, be it education-wise or be it financial-wise. It is very, very important to invest in yourself as soon as.
So from what you just said, that means there is a specific time. Is it a time range for something to invest?
Well, if you know, many of us come from Africa, right? And I know our parents, one way or the other, had investments done for us when we were growing up. But Africa, with the problem it has, sustainability is a very big factor. So when we now migrated abroad, it is you had little or no person telling you when or how to do your investments. And when we then come across this investment, most times, the age involved now has elapsed in so many ways. So what we are doing right now is catch up, running up to get what we can get, but then teach the younger ones, our younger ones, to make hay while the sun shines on time. Oh yes. We have, when we're talking of financial institutes in this case, we have just about 10 different financial institutions on investment itself.
Wow.
10 of them. There's so much, but to many of us, we know about bonds, for instance. We know about stock and shares and all of those things, but My sister, ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you, we are in a time right now where paper money is almost becoming obsolete. What do I mean by paper money? I mean fiat currency. I mean the business of trade by barter, which is buying and selling, exchange of goods. So this is taking a toll. So we have really different kinds of bonds, from mutual fund bonding to security bonds to exchange to others to retirement plan bond and all whatnot. It's a lot, but just 10 of them are very, very serious.
So can you tell us about maybe two?
Well, you spoke about one of them initially, stock, for instance. Stock is just a type of investment in which a company lays out, goes IPO and lays out a part of their company for sale. So you are buying into their company, investing in their company, which your money, buying some certain, depending on how much they want to put their stocks on. So you're buying a piece of them, basically pumping in liquidity or finances into that company. The company is thriving, and you have a share of it. So this is stock.
Does it kind of make you like a partner, indirect partner, or like you kind of
indirect
own some?
Yeah, you own a part. You own a part of the company, basically. You know, because you invested some money into that company. But most of the time, these companies go out of business. They go into bankruptcy. Your money is gone.
Okay.
You know. And that is what brought about the creation of the next type of investment I'm going to talk about, and that is cryptocurrency investment. I don't know if you know, in 2007, 2008, a wise guy called Satoshi Nakamoto.
Guys, don't ask me to mention that name because I'm not trying it.
We don't even know him, because I think if many people know him, mostly people in the finance and banking institution, if they know him, he probably may have been dead. Why? Because he was the guy that disrupted the whole financial institution as we know it today. He is actually the creator of what we call today Bitcoin.
Okay.
So, and the system around Bitcoin, the ledger, what a ledger is, what a blockchain is.
Okay.
So it's a vast topic.
You will tell us what a blockchain is.
Yes, I will.
So, who needs to invest?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. Every time they can hurry, please guys, invest. Invest.
Do you need like a huge amount of money to invest? Because sometimes investors will approach you and you want to, but maybe the money they require from you to start is, it's
fighting.
Yes. So
Okay.
do you need a huge amount of money to invest?
Okay. Yes or no? Why do we say yes or no? We say yes or no because we are in a system of huge. When you're dealing in cryptocurrency, you're dealing in profitability. The more you put in, of course, the more you get out. You know, if you are going to start investing bit by bit, it might take you 20 years to be able to achieve what you want to achieve that will make you financially free. But if you then say, okay, I'm coming in with, for instance, let me use a house number, $500. Okay, we're getting somewhere that makes sense, because within a space of time, if you do what is required and if the market allows that, because we have the bull run market and we have the bear run market.
I think we need 2 episodes for this topic.
So, exactly. So you need to know how this works. But if you, now, this is the funniest thing. In retrospect to your question, if you want to do an investment or you want to personally invest, because what the cryptocurrency takes out is it comes off the middleman. So if you want to trade and invest in yourself, need some factors. That means you'll be trading, no sleep, no time. It is your business, of course. So you have to run it the way you have to run it. So you can start as little as $10, $5. $5 is the least in the market. You can start that little and grow it, or it will take you forever, or you can go through an intermediary.
How do you go through an intermediary?
Okay.
Because you said it takes off the middleman.
Yes.
So then how do you go?
Okay, when we talk about the middleman now, you need to understand how the blockchain works first. I'll give you a simple analogy on how the blockchain works. When you go into a bank, the bank, when you deposit money, it records it into a thing called a ledger. And then they take your money and borrow to the next person that wants it, asking for a certain type of interest back. Right? So when you now come and say you want that money back, they look into that book, the ledger, calculate when you put the money, and a specific agreed interest will be paid to it. Now they will now go back to Peter, not Paul that they gave the money to Peter, and try to get money from Peter to pay you. So this is what the bank does.
So I invest or I put in my money, they use it to do business, like assuming like I'm buying the shares, I put it in, they do the business, they give me a percentage, they keep a percentage themselves.
In cryptocurrency or cryptography itself is a completely different thing. What is called a blockchain? Blockchain is a combination of computers built to record information at a faster pace. One, accuracy, transparency. These are all the qualities and attributes of it. Because if a bank burns down, all the information is gone. Blockchain is in the system because we are in the internet. So everything is kept. For instance, you bought a house. Okay, you and I are fighting over a property. The police comes and says, who owns the property? You say you do. And you are able to present the papers for it. And I said, I am, because my father gave it to us. Bear in mind, we could be sister and brother and having this fight. But the future now, fast forward, everything is recorded in the blockchain. So that property, when our father bought it, our father went and put it and said, oh, this is our property on the blockchain. Now, when they need to trace it, they will do what? They now trace it in the sense that everybody that claimed ownership of that property is recorded in the blockchain, and everybody in the world will see it. So it is faster, accessible, very, very visual for everybody to see. They can operate maybe a computer, and very transparent. Nothing is lost in there. And no matter how many times that property was sold, it's recorded in the blockchain.
It's like you're talking about the good side. Doesn't
Yes.
just have a bad.
It does. Okay, when things are recorded in the blockchain, for instance, many people try to manipulate the blockchain, but the blockchain is the blockchain. So I could start a business, I could go to a blockchain and create my own block. Anybody can do that. You create your own block that you want these services. Now, bear in mind, if there's something called decentralized system, meaning no government owns it. Now, this is where the danger comes in, because when it's decentralized, no government has power to control anything. There's no regulation, meaning the fraud level is very high. So now I choose to sell you something that I might not even have. Shiny coin, that's what we call it. So when it is shining and it's glaring and it's beautiful, you look at it and it's super, but you need to do your due diligence and verify. One, what block is my company that what are the services in which I'm offering? When did I open up this block? And is it on internet? And what I'm offering? Who are the people behind it? And what are the things they Do they have a physical office in which you can visit or whatever? If you can ascertain all this information, you're good to go. Personally, I've been defrauded. You know? Yes. We all have made the very basic beginner's mistake because it is beautiful and shining. It is a wow effect, and you say, "Let me put my money in there," and at the end of the day, you lose everything.
I asked you a question about having a middle person.
Yes.
If this is basically, do you need to have a middle person, or you can start it on your own?
Like I said initially, it takes you forever if you're doing it on your own.
Okay.
If you now choose to go through an institution to do it, making money or trading, if you choose to go through an institution, you have to do the due diligence, the verification of that institution very well. Because there are people who are willing to offer financial services.
Okay.
And then what happens if they go out of business? That's why it is very, very important to look at all the red flags in every business, every company you get into. What are the red flags? Do they have an internet presence? How long have they been online? Do they have a physical office? Who is their CEO? How is the, there are so many house that you need to check to be able to verify, okay, this is a credible place I need to be. And they will do the work for me, and I don't have to do that.
Guys, it's a lot of information. Lots of information, and we'll get there. Madam Martins will surely come back again. My question, people say investment is a game of risk. What's your take on that?
Again, awesome question. It is. I hate to use this word because I am a Christian, and by His grace, I try not to say this word. But many times, this is an attribute of what is called gambling. Christians don't gamble. We don't gamble. Okay? But if you look at, I believe, Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 1, you will see where it talks about investing for a trade. Right? If you also read in Matthew about the parable of the talents, we're given that seed to go and plant. Like I tell people, God created man in His image. That makes us creators, right?
Yep.
We have to create. So, if we have to create, we have to make sure we do our due diligence first. Check what we're getting into so that we don't make mistakes. Because it's very easy to do that. But you can also create your own.
Okay. You already shared with us the experience of you being
Scam.
Yeah. Any other experience, good, bad?
Yeah. I was investing in coins a while back, and there's one I always often very share, and I invested in this coin just last, I think 2 years ago, February, and I just said, yeah, just put in $100 in there, and at the end of the day, within a space of 11 months, it generated as much as almost $2,000.
Can you give me a loan?
So, investing in coins, yes, the same process. You have to check, you have to make sure it is, what does that coin offer? What is that coin giving you? What is the utility? Is it an educational coin? Is it a social coin? What does that coin do? And do not forget one very vital information about coin buying or tokens. Every coin out there in the market, coin market cap for instance, is being backed by a community. If the community is not supporting it, that coin is bound to fail. Sometimes it takes longer time, sometimes. So my positive experiences about it is very, very nerve wracking sometimes, but it is a beautiful feeling knowing that what you're doing generates income for you. One, what you're doing will help somebody else, you know, and put a smile on somebody's face. So this I would say.
Last question. What's the difference between investments and chain of businesses?
Guys, we all need a minimum of 6, I would say my team, 6 to 7 different kinds of businesses and investment. What do I mean? Investment is investing in yourself and in people. Now, business is the basic term for me in the word is making it my own. When I make something my own passion, it is now a business of mine that I can share. Okay? Now, going to the next level is going to put a physical name to a wall saying this is my business information. But invest in yourself, invest in education and learning whatever you need to do. And if you're going into the future with us in this crypto world, get ready. There's a big, wide world outside there called metaverse. This is another term. It's a completely alternative world as this. All you need is a UV glasses and you're in the metaverse. And you would think it is, you and I will be sitting here talking, but in another world. So we are creating, man creates everything. That's what we are, creators. So, and you can make money actually from doing this. So I advise everybody, investment is a wonderful thing, but invest wisely. One, never invest anything that you cannot account for or you're not willing to lose and don't feel bad about it. Because people go and take their rent money and invest in a business. And when it goes bad, they're crying. Be careful about this. Thirdly, do your due diligence. Check the business out. People don't follow businesses. People follow people in businesses. So make sure that the people you're dealing with are credible people that know what they want and they're doing, and people that can guide you, take you by the hand, step by step if you do not understand it. And finally, enjoy what you do. You know, just enjoy it, share with people, and you know, when we have fun in business this way, life will just be awesome, and we will have time to serve God again because we have financial freedom.
So guys, enjoy what you're doing, and if you don't get anything from what we've said today, remember, don't invest in something you do not know too much about, so you don't have enough information about. It is important to invest in yourself. Don't consume all your money. Try and invest in something. Buy shares, buy bonds, buy tokens. Learn more about cryptocurrency, because the world is changing and very soon it's going to be bank-to-bank transaction, like Mr. Martin said. So thank you so much, Mr. Martins. Thank you for coming. It's been awesome.
Yes.
And you'll come back, right?
Yeah, definitely. And for the audience that are interested, if they want to, just link me up.
I'll leave a link.
Yes.
Either his mail or a number in the description, and then you can contact.
And yes, please feel free, and we'll take you through this journey. It's a wonderful place to be.
I told you, you can't talk with Mr. Richmond Martins without him mentioning investment. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a blessed day, have a blessed week, have a blessed month. We love you.
Yes.
But God loves you more.
Yes.
Bye-bye.